Hey everyone, whoa! I'm Patrick Marco, and this is WA, International Commercial Archeology Preservation Group, ICAP. Whoa! Yeah, it's all about business news and business history. So far this week, we've been talking about that brand, the different segments. Like tomorrow, maybe something else. It's time to talk about the pharmacy, department store, mall stores, other things. Now, I've been doing history since 2018 with a rank history, originally called Dead Rank. Now, today we're going to talk about airlines. The airline, that's the sign language. I love you, the airline, right? It's the plane. Airline. Okay. I'm going to talk about some airlines that came and went as well. Rebooted. Remember Pan Am? That's the biggest one. Pan Am. Everybody loves Pan Am. So that's why they try to make it come back. It failed. At least maybe 3 times. Now, Pan Am is a transportation, train company. Yep. Kind of like demoted to trains. Pan Am wouldn't even use the name for a TV show. That's short-lived because, the way the show was, I do that. I keep missing that. I would like to look at pretty women, but there was a lot of pretty actors down there. But anyway, it came wet, just like that on TV. It wouldn't be worth it for me anyway. They come to another one that tried to reboot called Eastern Airlines. Remember Eastern Airlines flew? Yep, I flew it. My first plane. That's how I love Eastern Airlines. They come, they fly in and out of Zurich, New York, where I used to grew up, So I was, I think it was 8. I first flew on Eastern. Myself. Yep. My mom told them that I'm going to see my grandparents. So, I flew myself. That was fun down there. I caught a fish. big fish. It was my grandfather. Anyway, that was Eastern Airlines folded. Many airlines folded in the late 80s, early 90s because of deregulation. They brought a lot of airlines, a lot of competition, but it caused more friction to it, I think, because of the competition and lower cost, forcing airlines to get to fight a lot, losing the money, making everybody affordable to fly. Now it's back kind of because of TSA and all the other security and all the fees, it's really up high. I can name other airlines that folded around that time. PMAT. Remember PMAT? Yeah. People Expect. It was short-lived. That one is supposed to be a low-budget airline. The way I saw the color of it, my mom flew it once. It's different. You have to carry your luggage in. This is long before the TSA security checkpoint and everything, check your luggage and all that. Can't carry on. You gotta go on the plane now. Yep. So it voted long before that. Let's see what else. PMAT. It became U.S. Airways. the store, merch. Before Piedmont, that was the Mohawk. I think it was Utica, New York, near Zurich, New York. Get a Mohawk Airline, named after the Mohawk, and Native American Reservation. One of the Iroquois. Okay. Many airlines have merged. There's more. Texas Air, Continental, U.S. Air. Because I said about U.S. Air, it merged with American Airlines. American U.S. is very similar. It's named after the U.S. American and U.S. So the merger would make sense. Continental Air. It went Eastern Airlines. Those to Texas Air, which absorbed into Continental Air. Now it's United Air. But the new Eastern Airline had to reboot about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. But then it was sold like 3 years later. Now it's almost unheard. Totally changed, new graphics, new everything. The company wants to change everything. It ruined it. I don't think people want to fly a whole new Eastern Airline. They like the old Eastern Airline. With a library, a hockey stick library. Love that library. TWA is another one. They ran right up to the beginning of the 21st century. Voted. Both Pan Am and TWA were the top global airlines. Unfortunately, gone. I named them all. There's another one that voted much sooner, long ago. Remember, National Airlines. It's U.S. That's orange and yellow color. If it's national, it's not U.S. color, but it's the trend. Back then, they used that color. Northwest Airlines. The red and gray with white. That's the name. That's the plane that D.B. Cooper hijacked it. Almost 55 years ago. They just recently found out who Dan Cooper was. McCoy. That was his name. I saw on Wikipedia a few months ago. I couldn't finish them all. It was like about 300 names from all different airlines. What a crowd of flying skies people flew back then. Woo! Some have started up after others have been voted, like JetBlue began, I think, in the 90s. It flew once, but the service wasn't very good because they said there was a hydraulic problem with the plane. It cost us an hour and a half wait for another plane. They should get another one up like that within 30 minutes. Bring all the luggage over and all that. No, an hour and a half. And the flight was a little too rough. This was about 23 years ago. To Florida and back. Go through New York City. That's where the delay. Going to Syracuse. this one I always wanted to start my own airline. It would be called Falcon Air, but I didn't know that when I saw on Wikipedia. It's 3 different Falcon Air companies. Ah, the Falcon Air. Some of my friends said, "Oh, that's a beautiful name. That's the best name." They would definitely fly if there's a Falcon Air. I think I said all these well-known names. There's a lot of airlines named after state. There's Hawaii and Alaska that's still operational, but New York Air is gone. There was Florida Air, there was Texas Air. Mostly I'm naming here in the U.S. because the list is like 300 names. More than what snowmobiles had. All the manufacturers. So all these, it's way too many. And unknown. Names even those from Africa or Asia or South America nobody ever heard of. But they were airlines. Altalia. They folded it about 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago. Now a whole new airline stuff providing it down. Replacing that. That's international, of course. I guess that's it for now. So, I gotta check the time. 12 minutes. Good. So, if you have any other airlines you flew, comment down below. Let me know that you flew in those airlines. And share with us. I've flown Eastern Airlines, Continental Air, JetBlue, American Airlines, United Airlines, U.S. Airways, Takeoff. That's the one to Costa Rica from Orlando to San Jose through Miami. Yeah, they flew to Miami. Then flew to San Jose the first year. The company had merged to another company. Can't remember the name of it now. Air Peru. That's from San Jose to Panama. Panama City, of course. An hour flight. I can't remember the other airline there was just we just walked right in and bought a ticket and flew from Belize to Honduras. Our mission trip. If they did a bus ride way too much. So flew only an hour. People told us. Let's see. I've flown 2 private planes. Actually flew with my 2 hands on it. Woo! But I love it. I watched YouTube and Facebook. All the plane takeoff, landing, and all the terminology. Let me tell you that. The runway. The rolling. Rotate. Take off. Approach. Retard. Get to taxi to apron. Apron. It's like you wear your apron when you want to cook food. Or the Freemason. That's apron. Same thing you put under the Christmas tree. It's called apron. That's the same thing. It's wrap all around the terminal with the plane dock right at the gate. When they approach, they call it gate, but they're on apron. Then you deplane. But when you are called, you're boarding the plane. You roll back and turn. The guy drives the plane back, turn, takes it off. The plane and it starts up. The video's finished. Those are the videos that they welcome to blah 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 blah. We're flying now. Here's the rules. You gotta buckle your seatbelt. And there's the exit. They do that now. They don't have a person standing doing that much anymore. It's all video now because most planes have those monitors now. Behind the seat. Some of them will really give you that emotional feeling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Touch me. Wow. Really emotional. They really do a good job. That's what I'm talking about. They're developing now. They really do a good job with that. The others just those playing. So this one really got it. But the music and everything really got emotional. When I'm thinking about it, I cried. Can do that. So anyway, that'll be the 10th airline I'm praying to go. Philippine Air. Oh, love it, excuse me. Love it. If it has Delta. Delta is another plane. Blue. That was one of the most, with Delta because they had to. When we arrived in our scheduled flight in Atlanta, they say, where are you going? I mean, that one of the Delta staff to Sheridan, New York. Then he pointed us to another booth. And I said, why way over there? There's all these empty booths. What's wrong with that one? Gotta go to that one. That one tells us that we cannot go up to Sheridan that same day. Because the tornado up north of Atlanta. This is the year 2000. That was the end of May, I think. The end of May 2000. That's 25 years ago. I was in South America 25 years ago this month. Never forgot. What a spirit. I'm sorry. I miss those guys. They're awesome. You'll understand when you do that. But anyway, let me tell you real quick. They did because of the tornado. They gave us a free hotel room. They booked us for the night.